First, I am saddened by the zero budget given to PhilHealth. As chairman of the Committee on Health, advocacy ko po ang health. Dapat po ang pondo ng PhilHealth ay para sa health. Kaya nga po, PhilHealth. Lessons learned dapat tayo sa pandemya. We should invest more in health. Katumbas po yan ang buhay ng bawat Pilipino. Kaya dapat bigyan po natin ng priority ang health. While we acknowledge that PhilHealth has still billions in reserve funds, sabi nila 500 billion as discovered and discussed in 5 hearings conducted by the Committee on Health, subsidy from the national government may still be needed to implement necessary reforms and improvements in its benefit packages. Huwag naman zero budget. Sa huli, ang mga mahihirap na pasyente na naman ang kawawa dyan. We kept on urging PhilHealth to expand its benefit packages, especially for top 10 mortality diseases, increase case rates, scrap its restrictive policies like the 24-hour confinement policy, cover additional services like dental. Tinupad na nila yung dental recently, optometric services and assistive device. Paano po magbe-benefit ang mga pasyente kung zero ang budget ng PhilHealth? I also want to highlight that Republic Act 11223 or the Universal Healthcare UHC law also mandates that the amount necessary to implement the provisions of the UHC shall be included in the GAA. Ito po yung nakolekta noong 2023. Dapat po ay nakalaan po ito para sa 2025 and shall be appropriated under the DOH and the national government subsidy to PhilHealth. May pinanggalingan na po yan tulad ng sin tax collections na dapat ay para sa implementation po ng UHC. Nasa batas po yan. May earmarking po yan under Republic Act 11346 at Republic Act 11467 or the sin tax law. There is also a provision in the UHC Act that premium subsidy for indirect contributors shall be included annually in the General Appropriations Act. Bigyan sana natin ng maayos at sapat na budget ang PhilHealth at hikayatin ang PhilHealth na i-maximize ang paggamit ng kanilang pondo para sa kanilang mga health-related programs and services. At dapat sana kung ano ang budget na nawala sa PhilHealth, dapat sana ay mapunta sana sa health. Ang budget ng health dapat para sa health. Hindi ko alam kung saan napunta ang 74 billion na dapat sana para sa PhilHealth at para sa health. Kung may tinanggal na budget sa PhilHealth, dapat kulang. Kung may tinanggal na budget sa PhilHealth dahil kulang ang benepisyo na binibigay nito, dapat sa health programs din po ilagay ito. Dapat hindi po sa iba. I also want to highlight the decrease in the budget of the AFP modernization program from the 50 billion approved in the Senate. Tinaasan natin dito sa Senado from the 40 billion approved in the House, naging 35 billion na lang po. As I manifested during the plenary deliberations, importante po ang modernization ng AFP para mapanatili ang kapayapaan at seguridad ng bansa. Anyway, kahit may reservation po ako, nakakalungkot. Just want to put that on record. Thank you, Mr. President.
Duly noted and entered into the records. Thank you, Senator Go. Majority Leader.
Mr. President, I would like to react also to, not react. Just before you close this, I would just like to say that, of course, your chairman endeavored to get all of your advocacies in. We did what we could also to protect our initiatives. But again, as I said, we have very limited fiscal space, and when it comes to PhilHealth, hindi po mawawala ng benepisyo ang ating mga kababayan. Meron pong 600 bilyon na pwede nilang gamitin dito. Tapos ang DOH mula sa NEP, tumaas ang budget ng 30 billion. Yung pagdating naman sa AFP, tumaas ang budget nila ng 29 billion from the NEP. So, yun lamang po, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Grace. Majority Floor Leader. Duly noted and entered into the records. Before acting on the motion of the Majority Leader, Chair would like to make a short manifestation as well. since I remember having said this earlier in the BICAM, it is not in the records of the Senate. Walang batas na perpekto, hindi perpekto ang batas na ito na inaprubahan lamang natin. May mga nalagay, may hindi nalagay, may natuwa, may hindi natuwa, may nagalit, may napangiti. Subalit maging ganun pa man, ang trabaho ng Kongreso ay pumili sa pagitan ng mga bagay na pwedeng pondohan kung alin dito ang uunahin. Lahat mahalaga, lahat importante. Subalit, kailangan natin magpasa at pumili kung alin. Nais ko lang tugunan sana partikular, yung nababanggit palagi kaugnay sa PhilHealth. 2 buwan na ang lumilipas, nagsalita ako sa isang press con dito sa Senado at sinabi kong pinag-aaralan nating tanggalin yung 74 billion na pangbayad ng premium ng PhilHealth. Dahil nga, yung 500 sobra-sobra, kaya sinubukan bawasan, binalik ng Korte Suprema yung ilan at pinagbawal na, pero mula sa 500, bumaba ng 400 at 40, sa ngayon, 600 billion muli yun. Dadagdagan pa natin uli ng 74 para sa ano, hindi naman dinadagdagan yung benepisyo. Sa totoo lang, nasa charter ng PhilHealth na pwede nilang gastusin ang kanilang pondo para sa coverage, universal coverage ng PhilHealth. Ang mangyayari po lamang dito, mula sa isang bulsa ng PhilHealth chargeable sa reserve fund nila, ililipat sa kabilang bulsa na hindi naman nila ginagastos pa rin para sa benepisyo ng mga miyembro nila. Yung mga nagbabayad ng kontribusyon tulad natin na sumusweldo, dati nang nandun yun. Yung 74 billion para sa coverage ng universal coverage ng mga hindi formally employed. Having said that, I'd like that to be entered into the records as well, and Chair would now like to act on the motion. Consideration of the aforementioned bill is now in order. Sorry for the little delay, Minority Leader. The Minority Leader is now...
Just to be accurate, Mr. President, 53 billion would be for the indirect contributors.
I stand corrected,
Because
yes.
21 billion is to supplement the
Yes.
package enhancement, Mr. President.
I stand corrected, Your Honor.